with Kdidy calling tonight's game.
All right, Larry, thanks. CA Sportium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. Let's go. Tom Brady had gone here in the booth, and Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway in Foxborough. To return, here's Michael Campanaro. Ooh, the juke. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And here comes Baltimore on offense. And Joe Flacco, he was elite in Week 13. A franchise record 36 completions, 4 touchdown passes for Joey F.
He looked awfully sharp, didn't he? I mean, standing in the pocket, delivering, finding those targets downfield. The best part for him is that he didn't have to make that big scramble and try and slide with his knee brace. And you've seen that a couple times this year. That brace gets caught in the turf. It's not the most elegant slide, but that's not what they're paying him to play quarterback.
And they're able to 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. First carry for Justin Forsett. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Second down, Flacco now. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Forsett that time. And it's third down. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
It seems like whenever people talk about Chris Long, the number one thing they discuss is his motor and how relentless he is. Let's not forget, he's also a superior athlete.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Fake to Allen. Here's Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. Now the longtime Raven punter, Sam Cook, on to punt it away. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Patriots take over. And coming off a 26-10 win over L.A., here come the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. 269 through the air for Brady in that game, and a touchdown pass as well.
And every time you worry, partner, about how we're going to celebrate Tom Brady even more, right, and point to all of his accomplishments, he keeps adding to them, right? 201 wins as a starting quarterback in the NFL. That includes regular season and playoffs. The #1 guy of all time.
They passed Peyton Manning with this last victory. And Blunt had a nice touchdown run this past week against the Rams. I think it was 4th and 1. He bounced it outside, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly when you would expect him to get the ball. 4th and 1, have him power in between the guards, you know, and get a first down. But as you noted, able to bounce it outside and then showed some speed that I'm not sure a lot of people thought that he possessed, and took it the distance. Ended up having an 88-yard day.
This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and LeGarrette Blount, the featured back.
The big knock on him coming out of college was his lack of speed, but it's definitely not his lack of power. He runs right through opposing tacklers and sets things up big for his offense.
Brady going to try and throw on third down to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And Steve Smith hauls it in. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Steve Smith, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now New England will take over again on offense, sitting at 10-2. But the big news, of course, losing Rob Gronkowski. Back surgery on December 2nd last week. Done for the year.
This was his 3rd back surgery, so everybody's very concerned about his health and him coming back to play. But now they've got to adjust on offense without him. They had such a great tandem with he and Martellus Bennett, the other tight end position. But Bennett, he's a Pro Bowl player in his own right. They can shift everything to him and have everyone else pick up the slack.
And for Baltimore, the defensive starters, certainly the starting 11 on D, one reason they're tied atop the AFC North.
The #1 rushing defense in the NFL. We hear about the stars all the time, the guys who rush the passer, the Terrell Suggs and, of course, Elvis Dumervil. Those guys get after the quarterback. But the reason they're the #1 rush defense, Brandon Williams, their nose tackle, rapidly becoming one of the best ones in the league. Hard to run the football when a nose tackle creates rubble in the middle of the field. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Brady gives now to Blunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And for Edelman, first 100-yard game of the season this past week, 101, so just over the century mark on 8 catches.
Remember earlier in the year when there was so much discussion about would Julian Edelman have to actually play quarterback for New England when they had the quarterbacking issues, guys were getting hurt, guys weren't able to play. But I think what gets overlooked is the work he has put in to make himself a top-flight receiver in the NFL. He plays with such passion and plays so hard each and every game, but does it with some skill, too.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent.
Rob Gronkowski, there he goes, and all the way in, touchdown, New England. Rob Gronkowski, 47 yards, and the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down for Seth. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter play. So we played one quarter here on a Monday night. 7-6 our score. And we'll return to Foxborough after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders Dandruff.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Rob Ninkovich, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Flacco. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2 Patriots there to bring him down.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Kdidy now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, Charles, making a quick pivot, cleats have been a big topic of conversation for a lot of reasons this year, but the my cause, my cleats thing that's going on in the league, that's pretty cool. Players essentially putting the charity of their choice on their cleat and putting money towards that charity. A neat thing.
A very neat thing, and what I took away from it more than anything else is the diversity of causes out there. So when you look at what these guys were representing and wanting to get their message out, think to yourself, these guys are not one-dimensional people. It's not just simply football. It's football, family, friends, causes, and these guys really care about what they were doing.
If you want to learn more about it, by the way, it's NFL.com/mycausemycleats. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Elvis Dumerville in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Passing play. Flacco finds his man. Watson over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now Flacco going to give to his fullback, Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Over the middle to Smith. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Flacco gives to Forsett. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd and
run. And we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Holding offense. The penalty is declined.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And look at this, it's a fake. And that's complete to Lewis. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Steve Smith with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Flacco looking to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he gets it down to the 32. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Now Brady throwing on second down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Brady. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he dumps it off to Blount. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Amendola with a catch. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Brady to throw again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both teams have played smart with the football in the first half. Each team has avoided that one big turnover to this point, and it's a reason we have a very tight game at halftime. All right, let's roll those highlights. Ravens line up at the 18. Here the pass would be completed into coverage, and this two-play drive goes for a touchdown. They go up by 6. Patriots here, they have it at the 47. Quick pass, and he finds Gronkowski. And he capped off the long drive with the TD. Midway through the second quarter, Doomerville's got to get to the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 8. Now 1st and 10, the pass is complete near the sideline. And he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Ravens up by a touchdown. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back. Now to Gillette Stadium for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Bootleg, Flacco. They'll roll him out right. And Watson has it right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
So they were stopped trying to run the ball on 1st down. Now they take a sack on 2nd down. The offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on the defensive coordinator because right now the defense has the advantage.
Play clock winding down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Flacco, and that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end Crockett Gilmore there, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really get...
What else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now Campanaro. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Forsett. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Flush to his right. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. And it's the 3rd and short. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Rob Ninkovich in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight. So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They start on the ground here with Blunt. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Now a carry for Blunt. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Floating one, incomplete. LeGarrette Blunt was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Now Brady again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't there?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket. He understands where the pressure is coming from. He senses people. You're exactly right. Doesn't take too many direct ones. But that one had to hurt. What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
On 1st down, Brady. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Brady will try again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Flushed out right. And Watson has it right side. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Time running out here on the play clock. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
First and 10 here for Flacco. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
On 1st down, this is 4th down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
The play clock's running down. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll give the Patriots a 1st down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Blunt, the lone running back. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Brady to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Surveying the field. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
20, 20.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Brady to throw again. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots are back within a score. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Off the give from Flacco for Sam. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They stay on the ground. Forsett again. And able to break one. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Flacco. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field defense. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. Charles, Foxborough, never, ever, under any circumstance, an easy place to win, but kudos, hats off, they got it done.
Yeah, and our guy Marvin, our statistician, he slid us the note, 91-16 here at home in the Tom Brady era. That's pretty impressive.
That's very impressive.
Hard to beat this team. They're not only well coached, not only are they talented, this crowd loves getting behind them.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.